under the lights on Sunday night.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the London BlackKnights. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call...
McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway here in London. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them, now in his 8th year in the NFL.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now McCoy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevenson. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's McCoy. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, Maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
Now this defense for the Lions, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
16 yards, a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the BlackKnights will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And Detroit getting set to go now. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, McCoy. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, McCoy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. McCoy looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. McCoy.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. They've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll look to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
McPherson now for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On second and very short, McCoy. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half.
And this throw will be intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Robbins.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown catch in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. 34-28, the final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for our home team, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll set up a throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. From the gun on third down. McCoy. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 1. It's complete to Williams. 7 yards there and a first down. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Second and 6. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he stopped immediately there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throwing on 2nd and long. McCoy. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ooh, with a juke. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now a dump off here complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Lions have recovered. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Following the fumble recovery, McCoy. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. From just shy of midfield, McCoy. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now McCoy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. London about set to take over on offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, what a move. Hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Back to throw now on first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On second down now, it's Robbins. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 43-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man, complete. That's Robbins. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. On second and 10, McCoy. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's McCoy. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
Throwing again on second down. McCoy out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Fisher. And he is going to have a Lions first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. McCoy's. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's going the other way. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
He finds his man, complete. It's Stevenson.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. McCoy flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. McCoy. And that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCoy. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevenson.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Looking to throw. McCoy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. McCoy. He finds his man, complete. That's Fisher. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to kick it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
To throw from his end zone, McCoy.
Finding Hockenson here on the out route.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, McCoy. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCoy. Caught here by Conley. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. McCoy. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory
as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the home team here, they make NFL history with this, their 17th win without a loss. A perfect 17-0 on the regular season.